Alright, so for anyone not familiar with OG Dragon Ball, we might be getting to some more familiar territory where you might be like, oh, I remember what's going on now with Dragon Ball Z. Okay, cool. So yeah, Dynamic Cell Games, Hero City, which I think is mostly standing for the Buu arc and Supreme Cause World. You can kind of guess where that's supposed to be. Kind of a bridge between the Buu arc and, I was going to say Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. Not quite. Battle of Gods, right? I gotta keep thinking about that name occasionally. I think I'm definitely due for, I don't know about a rewatch of Battle of Gods, but definitely more of a critical analysis of it to see how it holds up in this day and age. Alright, let's see. Planet Namek Ahoy. I can only imagine that we're going to be incentivized to do a lot of different stuff here. Alright, just a quick refresher on how long it is. It's not too long. It's just a good handful of fights, really. At least one talking section, so not too big a deal. Now, again, like I said before, yeah, I got all the side stories unlocked already. Holy. Sometimes Bob is just a little bit cracked like that. Okay. Yeah. Also, it's worth mentioning that this is, I think, where I got the second form Frieza assist. So if you ever have the time and you want to go get a really strong assist for yourself, I would definitely recommend this. Now I'm kind of debating I've been debating this like a little bit, and I don't think I'm going to do it. The idea of trying to manually unlock S rank every mission in the game, that sounds like an uphill battle that does not remotely seem worth it. Also because if you want to play online, again, your best bet's through the Japanese servers, through the guys over at the Extreme Butoden Discord. Again, shout out to them, really cool guys who help keep this game afloat. Yeah, they also provide downloads for all characters and assists unlocked from the word go, so I don't recommend subjecting yourself to this, especially since if you play this on hardware natively, if ever you get an A rank or a B rank and you're going for the S rank, you can't just hit a save state reload button. You have to sit through the entire rigmarole of the character select, 2 cutscenes, in order to just get back in and try it again. It's really obnoxious, so yeah, I think genuinely, especially going to the future, playing this on emulator is just really the optimal way to go. But without that, is there anything else? No. All that being said, let's go and rock and roll. Raditz and Nappa again. You know, it's really fun seeing these two because, again, be sure to follow me on Twitch in order to see me doing practice runs of games. Yay! Also, I just played like the first 2 or 3 hours of Dragon Ball Fusions the other day, and it's so funny seeing these two back to back right now. And I'm trying to fight the urge of seeing them like fuse in front of me. Like, okay, that is weird to look at, but okay, all right. Also, chat's warning me that game is like 70 hours or so. But howlongtobeat.com has it at like less than 20, so not sure what I ought to believe with that one. But anyway, actually have not run Point Broly yet. I should see what that's like really fast. And for assists, that's a good one actually. I think I'll stick to the usual. I don't think we have to do anything too crazy here, or anything. Also, yeah, Broly's crazy because jab hits from round start. Probably 4 to 100%. Yeah. I've been advised by Nigel the game is like insanely long, so I'll see how I'm feeling about that game later on. It's also, I will say it's very slow. Auto combo is just not really hitting, is it? Yo, look at me actually using the super dash. Holy shit. Oh, God, yeah, they're way too high up to do anything off that. Although, now I think about it, hold up. That almost works. That'd be so cool if it does. Alright. I guess Stand Heavy doesn't have a hit of super armor. Hell yeah. Yeah, even without like tapping into what I think makes him really strong. Like, Stand Light has a huge goddamn range. Stand Heavy, I think, has like at least 1 hit of super armor. 2H is like full screen practically. He's got some pretty good traits about him, so yeah, even without getting the more advanced stuff about him, he's got some decent things. Only thing I will say is that the air combos is a little limited. Even then, I know there's ways you can make up for that regardless. Your impertinence knows no bounds. I should have had Vegeta up front, dang. We got the medical machine and power up again. Oh, I see. You're literally leading on Zenkai boost. That's hilarious. We'll leave Namek and go find Vegeta. Are you sure you want to do that? Yeah, I'm sure Vegeta's gonna do perfectly fine against them. You know, not even qualifying like what we know with well, actually no, Ultra Ego's not even a thing just yet, but like just regular stuff, yeah. Nah, they're toast. Chat, they're cooked. They actually are. Anyway, hi Frieza. I feel like we're getting to you a little quick, aren't we? Huh. That was a warm-up for my final attack. What is this final attack proper noun shit we got going on? You do not have a move called final attack. You're gonna turn to LA Lakers on us? No, not this time, chat. Not this time. Yeah, it's funny again how this game came out like right before that shit happened. So, no, kind of missed the mark with that a little bit. Anyway, do I want just a regular team or what? Not entirely sure actually. Maybe it'll be funny. Do I have third form Frieza? No, we don't have third form. Yeah, fuck. We'll bring your brother along, just to really say fuck you. Also, yeah. There we go. So clutch with that. That's hilarious. I don't think that move is invincible on startup, but it definitely allows you some tangibility in order to get into your opponent and be able to hit them from behind. It is a little usable in that regard. Again, you can use Chico to get blue Goku immediately from word go, and I kind of recommend that because among the base roster, he might be the strongest character in the game. Again, base roster, strictly speaking, no unlocks or anything because you have to unlock Broly, you have to unlock God Goku, Beerus. Yeah, from the word go, he's probably the best character you can get. But again, I think this is one of those games where like the divide between the top tiers and the mid tiers isn't like so night and day or anything. Like this isn't fucking early days of Tekken 7 or anything. Jesus Christ. Oh, hi Vegeta. Kakarot is no longer the only Super Saiyan. I love how unimpressed he was in the villain arc we had earlier, but here he actually is shitting himself a little bit. Yeah, it took me an extra 2 years and basically rage quitting on the idea in order to get Super Saiyan, but here I am. But to vaporize Namek again? Are you gonna misfire again? And look at that. We didn't hold him at gunpoint, but then he blew up the plant anyway. Wait to the second chance. Oh yeah, I guess also for the death count for 18, we can also count being obliterated by Frieza annihilating Earth before it got the time was turned back. Go figure. Anyway, so rewards first form Frieza assist. That's a very funny one. I don't know if you guys saw me getting like pushed way back by that fucking thing, but it's really funny. Anyway, with more than 30 counts remaining, very easy. Okay, maybe we should have done this one first then. Oopsie. It sends a key on Namek. I recognize lots of familiar faces here. Yeah, a lot of them, in fact. I'd send them back to hell like they wanted. You think with the time compression thing that they would just come back anyway? Rival Blue appears. Yeah, tell me about it. I thought, Goku, you literally said you'd let Vegeta take care of them. I'm a cruel, merciless, and I thought we'd been over this like 12 times already. So, really, Vegeta? Is this really the time you want in order to exact your revenge on that clown Kakarot? Is now really the best? You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's culture shock him a little bit. Be like, you sure you want this? Okay. Vegeta is shocked and surprised seeing Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'm sure it'd be something similar to seeing Super Saiyan Blue. Almost got that. I think that's him on block, yeah? Like, no one told me it's not. Sure, why not? Let's be funny. Ah, I almost got it. One thing I've noticed, by the way, and this is very funny and only I would fucking notice this because I'm weird, is that anytime a character uses like, or mostly I think Saiyans more or less, whenever they do a move that knocks him back from the aerial stage down to the ground stage. By the way, again, an old holdover from the old Butoden games. I would like to mention that. They do like the reverse back fist that Ultimate Gohan did on Buu. And I know that specifically because that's like one of my favorite moves he does. It's because it's so flashy and like it's in every game. Again, only I would know this, but it's still really funny. For a second, I thought you said you could beat off Frieza in your sleep. And I would be like, well, there's nothing there. Yeah, you really should never underestimate Frieza because he is the kind of character where if you give an inch, he will take like 12 miles and blow up a few plants along the way. Just a heads up, Vegeta. You do not suffer from fuck around and find out syndrome like so many before you have suffered from. Yeah, but I feel like this is correct, right? No, I feel like I'm doing this backwards right now. Am I doing this one backwards? Well, you know what? I think I will opt to ignore that and instead go from this one. I guess we could consider that spoilers, as it were. Because the order this is going in doesn't really make sense. Also, it's weird. I would have expected way better from Frieza for coming back here. Also, did kind of feel weird to kill Raditz and Frieza that Nappa that quickly. Also, it's not my fault that it dropped me on the last one that I thought was actually gonna be the first one. So, you know. I don't have a brother? Yeah, definitely not anymore. Anywho, what are we bringing for this one? Yeah, I think so. The whole family is getting in on this one, chat. All right. Speaking of extended family, is there anyone else funny that I could bring along for this one as well? No, I don't think there's anyone particularly. Nah, I know exactly who to bring. Definitely have fun with this one. Farmer Goku and Dancing Vegeta. Bingo Vegeta. Oh, okay. For the record, I think Bingo Vegeta gives you a stat buff when his dance completes. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Oops. Yeah, I probably just gotta do one rep into the high speed move. That wasn't a perfect, and God, I wish it was. But it was pretty close. Also, I'm realizing with how there's like no cinematics at all for this game, creating thumbnails for this game is gonna be a goddamn nightmare. I mean, not like I'm usually pretty lazy with that anyway, but still. I don't even have end cards to work with. I'm sorry, I just came back to life. I got carried away. You're really on that again, huh? I've done so many bad things, but I've never broken a promise. You've literally done that before. He's Murray Count. Why are you standing for Piccolo right now? I won't kill you, but I better leave. Isn't that like effectively you're falling for it again? Goku's really out here winning the Fell for It Again awards. Awesome. Anyway, this mission especially is a goddamn nightmare trying to unlock the S rank 4. Like, legitimately, Nappa from... Okay, specifically because Nappa round start usually rips the key attack on the ground, and it's so hard to avoid that shit. Oh my god. I literally had to switch to Broly and be able to touch him for a round start in order to actually avoid that. Really just Goku really experiencing maximum Goku haters club right now. Silence, Lesser Warrior. I like how we never actually saw Nappa on Namek, by the way. I'm just realizing that, and it's like something that feels like it happened somehow, but didn't. I don't know, I'm really psyching myself out with that one. And with no Vegeta here, KekXD, I think that needs some citations, buddy. Speaking of, maximum haters club. Yeah, alright. Land this round start. Nice. Hey, we gotta hit confirm sometimes. Yeah, that move. Holy shit. It's so hard to actually dodge that. You can call it a skill issue, and you're probably right, but still. There's gonna be a way to extend off of that. Nope. I didn't think I was gonna cross up, but hey, I'll take it. That gonna work? Yeah, it works. Why did I go so high up though? Ah, I completely dropped that again. Not air, okay. That'd be cool if it was. That's got good tracking though. I thought for sure it goes in like a straight horizontal line across the screen, but that drifted upwards a lot. I'm impressed. I actually am kind of impressed by that fact. Yeah, no, base Goku still can go pretty hard if you want to. It's like Warriors 2, having Team Supers and not this game kind of stinks. Yeah, that require a lot more renders for player characters. So, yeah. Maybe after this, I'll just have to jump on Super Sonic Warriors 2. I've mentioned this before, but I've tried Super Sonic Warriors 1. I was getting my ass kicked by the regular Goku story mode. Maybe it's because I was playing on normal. I'm not sure. Or I'm just not used to that kind of playstyle. But I should fire up Super Sonic Warriors 2 first to see how I can do with that one. And stream it so chat can help me so I don't get my ass kicked by everything in the game. Goku really out here just giving everyone a free pass. And then they give up or no, they fall back, try to get to a machine to heal, but then that doesn't go anywhere, so they're like, well, fuck. Very good stuff. Hi, Ginyu. At least we're not fighting you 5 times consecutively. Yep, that's definitely your names. Hi, Jace, where'd you come from? Oh, okay, that's how we're doing it. Warriors 1 and 2 are the best one using hit and run tactics. Yeah, probably. Gotta have all 5 of us for the special combat pose. I feel like you can, if you improvise, you can make it work with less. Use such terrible things to me, the passion of my pals restore me. That is hilarious ways to try to cover it up. Even in death, the hearts of the Ginyu Force are united. I doubt that, but I'm glad to see you. Actually, no. Well, actually, it's kind of true because of the fact that they did, in the filler, they did go to King Kai's planet to fight the others. Goku should look at Goldo and be like, who dat? Yeah, who's a weird frog guy? My first fight in ages, I'm going to enjoy this. So are you alive or dead? That is why I want to know. So who are we bringing to fight Ginyu? Well, see, I feel like this is the obvious answer, but I feel like I kind of want to diversify a little bit more. I haven't used Bardock yet, somehow. You know what? No, it's because Bardock. Isn't Bardock like kind of bad in this game? Let me double check that really fast. I feel like he was definitely not that good in the tier listing. Although I could be wrong about that. Survey set. Nah, he's S tier. Okay. Hey Nigel. Also, what the fuck is the Ginyu Force talking about? You guy literally immediately dunked on Goldo when he died. That is very true. Our souls are united even in death. One that's a little more gay than you guys are wanting to convey, but also no. What? Hang on, that's his 2M? Oh wow, he came and tripped the enemies. He better have something really good to make up for that fact. Got an air grab at least. Come on. Oh, that ground bounces? Okay. He's so man, maybe I'm just not doing the right moves, but he's really laggy. Ooh, cool. God damn it. I literally cannot confirm anything with him. Nope. Well, I can still counter him, I guess. I'm just mashing L1 in circle, or maybe L1 R1 circle. Funny enough, Ginyu doing that probably just won me the game. Literally every game except we're beam struggling just against volleys. That's awesome. Sorry, buddy. Remember every game, most of the Ginyu Force is trying to replace Goldo except Ginyu? Yeah, true. God, okay. If Bardock's 2H did not trip the opponent, so I really gotta look back on him and just be like, how the fuck do you do anything with this guy? I'll admit, I've never looked up Bardock Tech. I actually don't even know what he does, really. So that's probably my homework for the week, as well as getting Beerus unlocked so we can try him out. Because I forgot. Didn't unlock him yet. If Lord Frieza commands it, we have no choice. Okay. Okay, cool, I guess. I've got other business. There's not a lot of other business here to deal with. Okay. Oh, why does Goku know about the Grand Elder? Wait, no, I think there was telepathy going on between them, so he probably knows who that is. Okay, okay. That checks out.